love this city. Today, I am in Sialkot, which is the home city of Faiz Ahmed Faiz and Allama Iqbal. Sialkot is normally known for its sports equipment, leather goods, and surgical instruments, being second only to Karachi in terms of the revenue that it generates because of these exports. However, today, I'm going to be exploring Sialkot through a lens that you don't normally see it from, that being its people and its food. So, if you're a food lover like me, which is why I presume you're watching this show, you know that you're going to have a good time. So stick around, because it's time to get to meet. It's plain to see why Sialkot food is specialized to meet certain needs. It's easy to work up an appetite around here. If you're not out playing sports, you're probably somewhere indoors crafting sports goods to perfection. Personally, I was doing neither. I decided to find out how much of an appetite I could muster just shopping for sports goods. Our first stop today is Haji Hassanuddin's Puri Halwa shop. This is a bit of a local legend. That might sound familiar, but really, this place has been sharing Desi food love for almost a century, according to the proud owner, Mr. Khalid Mahmood.
सन 1917-18 ਦੀ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਬਣੀ ਸੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਿਆਲਕੋਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਨਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਿਆਲਕੋਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਾਰੋਬਾਰ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਾਦਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੜਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੈਸ ਬਾਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਾਏ ਚਨੇ ਲਾਣੇ ਸਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਮਰੂਫ ਸਨ ਉਹ ਆਦਮੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਾਦਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਲਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ
The key ingredient in any family business, hard work, started to pay off early. Haji Hassanuddin's Puri shop started attracting customers from unlikely places.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਤੇ ਜਨਰਲ ਜ਼ਿਆ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਫਾਇਆ ਸਬਦਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਨਾਸ਼ਤਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਨਰਲ ਜ਼ਿਆ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 8 ਦਿਨਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਨਾਸ਼ਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਇਸਲਾਮਾਬਾਦ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਕਾਫੀ ਦੇਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਿਲਸਿਲਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ
Arguably Sialkot's most famous son, Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, was also one of the original champions of this establishment.
Dr. Allama ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਦਾਦਾ ਕੋ ਆ ਕੇ ਪਾਏ ਸਿਰੀ ਪਾਵੇ ਦਾ ਨਾਸ਼ਤਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਸਿਰੀ ਪਾਵੇ ਲਾਣੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੰਮ ਸਿਰੀ ਪਾਵੇ ਦਾ
Enough with the famous people. I found my interest quickly wandering to the thought of what might be on the menu today. I can only talk about food for so long, you know. It's time to consume.
ਜਨਾਬ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੂਰੀ ਹਲਵਾ ਬੇਹਤਰੀਨ
Puri halwa.
ਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਹਲਵਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਦੇਸੀ ਘਿਓ ਦਾ
ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ
ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਘਿਓ ਚ ਕਰ ਲਏ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਤੇ ਮਾਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਕਰੀਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾਸ਼ਤਾ ਕਰਨ
ਅੱਛਾ ਇਸ ਘੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਖਾਸੀਅਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ
ਜੀ ਹਾਂ
ਕੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ
ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਓਰ ਘਿਓ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਚਾਟੀ ਦਾ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸਲ ਘੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੇਸੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਚਾਟੀ ਦਾ ਡੇਅਰੀ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਚਾਟੀ ਦਾ ਘਿਓ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਾਇਕਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਪੱਕਾ ਘਿਓ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਕਾਰੋਬਾਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਜ਼ਾਇਕਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਤੇ
It's unlikely that Mr. Khalid Mahmood was aware of the sheer scale of gastric activity this description was initiating. It was time for the torture to end. May the eating begin. It's having Jannah's at 100-year-old shop. I think this is probably the oldest surviving store that we've ever been to on this show. Almost 100 years, not quite, but man, this is delicious. This is how you're meant to have breakfast. If I could have this every single day, I would. I'm definitely going to be awake after this. I figured it would make some sense to investigate a little further into the life of Allama Iqbal. After all, I now shared a culinary preference with the legendary poet. Feeling a bit philosophical myself after a heavy dose of halwa puri and channas, I set out for Iqbal Manzil. Now a public venue, the ambiance here captures the spirit of the days when big ideas were being born. I found myself wondering what the great philosopher would make of a young Pakistani from the Pakistan of 2009 walking the halls of his home. I like to believe he'd have something to say. I'm in Sialkot and it's lunchtime. I am going to have some food, some lunch at the ever-famous Allah Malik. About Allah Malik, they say that if you go to Sialkot and you don't go to Allah Malik, it's like going to the Swiss Alps and staying in your hotel room all day, or buying a Ferrari and never driving it. About the bumpiness of this ride, you're probably used to having some really smooth, nice, cut, pristine shots on the show. But right now I'm traveling in a donga, which is the reason why. Having said that, this is by far the only way to travel in this town. Forget riding around in a bike or a car. This is the way to do it if you really want to experience all the sights, sounds, and smells of Sialkot. And I really hope you're having as much fun as I am. This is great, man. This is ridiculous. This is awesome. I got to the restaurant, limbs completely shattered and breakfast thoroughly digested. As the name might suggest, Allah Malik restaurant is a bit of a faith-driven enterprise. Although almost perpetually busy, it's anything but a traditional business. The bottom line here does not seem to follow the usual dogma of turning a profit. According to the patron, the operation here has greater concerns.
रेस्टोरेंट जो है वो हैव्स के लिए नहीं था, हैव नॉट्स के लिए था। अक्सरियत यहाँ जो लोग आते हैं वो हैव नॉट्स हैं, लेकिन हैव्स उससे फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं। रेट बड़े मुनासिब हैं, खाना बिल्कुल ऐसा है जैसे होम लाइक रेसिपी होती है। जितना आप एक प्लेट में यहाँ बैठ के खाते हैं, उससे 2 गुना ज़्यादा हम उसे हाफ प्लेट में पैक के लिए दे देते हैं। क्योंकि असल ज़रूरत उन्हें है जो घर में बैठे 3 आदमी हैं, रुपए खर्च नहीं कर सकते, ट्रांसपोर्ट खर्च नहीं कर सकते, साइकिल पे किसी को भेजा 40-50 रुपए में 3-4 आदमी खाना खा लिया। सबसे बड़ी और ये दुआएं हैं लोगों की।
It may be hard to explain to your average MBA a business model based on the prayers of well-wishers, but the owners stand by the belief that noble intentions are the best business investment you can ever make.
ये इंशाल्लाह चलता रहेगा क्योंकि लोगों को पाकीज़ा माहौल में खुराक पहुंचाना और हर आदमी को उसकी जेब के मुताबिक पेट भर के खाना देना, ये कि सदका जारिया भी है और ये जब तक हमारी सांस में सांस है इंशाल्लाह ये सदका जारिया जारी रहेगा।
Another surprise that this rather fascinating man pulled was revealing yet another talent.
मैं खुद ज़ाती तौर पे लिख रहा हूँ सियालकोट में खानों की कहानी। पार्टीशन से शुरू किया हुआ है और मैकडॉनल्ड तक पहुंच चुका हूं मैं कि कौन आया, कौन गया, क्यों गया, कैसे आया।
Should I feel bad that even a thoroughly spiritual chat about food was making me hungry? No. Probably one of the nicest palaus I have ever had. Everything is in perfect balance and harmony. It's beautiful in one word. You know, the wonderful thing about this pulao is that it really does taste homemade. I mean, I could say that, you know, it feels as if my mom made it. It doesn't feel like a restaurant at all. I don't really know how to describe it or explain it precisely, but it feels extremely homemade. Chicken, more chicken. I love this country. I love it. Nawabuddin Kulfa Faluda is yet another Sialkoti establishment boasting a centuries-old history. Well, almost. अख्तर साहब, आप मुझे ये बताएं कि जो आपकी ये फलूदा हाउस है, ये कब से यहाँ पर है, कब से आप बिजनेस कर रहे हैं?
1909 पे चले समझो 100 साल ही लगा लें आप। है तो ऊपर एग्जैक्ट डेट तो नहीं हमें पता,
सही है,
क्योंकि ये झटके काम है हमारे।
आपके जो ख़ास एक दो आइटम हैं वो यहाँ पर क्या होते हैं?
कुल्फ़ी, जी हाँ, 2 आइटम है, कुल्फ़ी है, फलूदा है।
आप मुझे आज क्या खिलाएंगे?
आप कुल्फ़ी खाएं।
Down to business. Yeah. That is amazing. It's the best thing on a sweltering hot day. The good thing about this is that you feel as if you're truly having something that's natural, that's wholesome, and at the same time it's like an ice cream, but you know, unlike ice cream, you don't feel as if you're having all this sweet stuff. It feels right, it feels good. And I'll have to admit, there haven't been many times while doing this rather decadent show that I've felt right and good. Not surprisingly, it inspired me to take a walk. I found myself in Sardar Ganda Singh's Haveli. Made in the 1860s, this majestic landmark still stands today, and the influence of this Haveli cannot be overstated. The road that this Haveli lies on, Paris Road, takes its name from the fact that all the tiles in this Haveli were brought in especially from Paris. Although no one really knows who the proprietor of this Haveli is today, rumor has it that it soon will be demolished to make way for a new high-rise plaza. Really sad when you think about the fact that this once glorious home that has survived about 150 years, including partition, will no longer be. No better way to end a gluttonous day in Sialkot than on a sidewalk. But this isn't just any sidewalk. As the bell rings for dinner, I head for some seriously street food. This is Kala Kebab, where it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old, all that matters is kebab. I'm here right now at the Kala Kebab Wala, which is apparently one of the best places to enjoy street food. It doesn't get any more street than this. I am pretty much on the street. This is in fact on the sidewalk. Behind me there's a massively long line of tables and street food ambiance type thing. Kala Kebabullah has been here for 20 years in Rangpura, which is how you're supposed to say it, Rangpura. And I'm gonna put his reputation to the test. He's been here for 20 years. Apparently he's the best kebabullah, so let's see how it is. Let's put the Kala Kebab's reputation to the test. Yes. Oh. Dude, that is not bad at all, man. This is the way to serve food. This is how I want to be served kebab for the rest of my life. Anytime I have kebab, it needs to be served like this. I love this country. Look at that. Ah. It's street food at its best. This is so incredibly fresh. You have no idea. I can taste what the cow had this morning. It's that fresh. Spicy, good spicy, in the best way possible. This is what kebabs, street food is all about. The ambiance, the feeling, the taste of this, unmatchable. Stay tuned next week for more love, more food, and more me. We're going to Gujranwala.